Right now, I am walking on about 6 inches of ice. Underneath that ice, area firefighters and EMS personnel are diving, getting one step closer towards their certification. Early school success. Those are the 3 words officials use to describe why this reading program and reading in general is so important among a very specific and very young age group. While the temperatures continue to drop, that means the hill here at Cone Park is getting closer to opening for tubing and winter fun. So what is the magic number that the temperature has to be at in order for this machine behind me to do its work and make the snow stick? For registered voters currently abroad, casting a ballot may vary based on residency. If you're from Nebraska or Iowa, the process is actually very simple. Getting to talk to these people who were actively a part of history today was an event in itself. Everyone who received the vaccine today recognized how important it is to themselves, their team members, and of course the community. It is once again time to start thinking about the census. So yes, that means it's been 10 years since the last one. One thing that's changed in that time, you can now complete the census from your phone. I'm pretty sure if you looked up the definition of a winter wonderland, a picture of Christmas acres would show up. With the first few days of spring under our belt and the weather slowly but surely getting warmer, many Siouxlanders still wonder what's left to do to get out and enjoy these days. Well, many turn to trails like this one. Students can rejoice. It looks like almost all of the area schools are sticking with the usual day off in the event of a snow day this year. But some area administrators want to trade in that day off for online schooling in the near future. For the Bunce family, skating and hockey is a huge part of their lives.
I've been 4 since I've been playing it, and most of the time it's been out here.
Bunce's grandfather, Robbie Dirks, has built backyard ice rinks for his family for many years.
When I was a young kid, my father built one for me in my backyard. Pretty much similar, almost about the same size as this one. And so I just happened to put them up about every place we've lived.
Not only is Bunce passionate about hockey, but the family's neighbors have been able to benefit from getting in a little extra practice.
It's amazing. You get to come out here with a bunch of friends, people that are pretty much family.
They've just been on this rink for probably 13 years.
Dirks and his daughter, Nicole Bunce, say the homemade ice rink is more about camaraderie and versatility than anything else.
It's helped our kids create a bond like no other. They've spent a lot of time on the rink together, which in turn has caused them to spend a lot of time together in general.
Just being out on the ice and maybe you're not a puck carrier or something, that you still can skate. That's what I like about hockey, I guess. I've been able to skate fairly well for my age yet, and it doesn't take a real toll on your body.
Whether it's playing one-on-one with teammates or slapping the puck around by yourself, Dirk says the ice rink was an investment worth making. In Sioux City, Libbie Randall, KTIV News 4. Paul Pick was far more than just a maintenance worker during his time at Remsen St. Mary's.
A guy who gave selflessly to the school.
He's a model of how we should live out our lives.
His smile and his giving and his love.
That's why students and staff gathered outside Paul and Marlene Pick's house to pray for him and sing to him in his time of need.
Paul's got a terminal diagnosis, and this is his family. We're his family. We miss him. He misses us. And that's what we do, St. Mary's. We pray. So we just thought it's the least we could do for everything Paul and Marlene have done for us.
This is a good thing for Paul. He's not gone yet, but he needs to know that he has the love and support of Remsen St. Mary's.
As students and staff stood outside the window, Paul Pick sat just inside to take in all the love and support they had to offer. After one final prayer, everyone released balloons into the air.
The symbolism of the balloons is our prayers going up to heaven, and hopefully that when Paul is ready, he'll ascend to heaven just like they did.
And whenever that time may come, it's clear Paul Pick will be remembered and appreciated for years to come.
I remember Paul as being an influence for me, and he's a model of how we should live out our lives, because he's always there for everyone else. He puts everything away, like he'll do anything for anyone who needs it.
He gave a warm smile to all the kids whenever they needed it, and he was always willing to help, and he never complained. So it's certainly a man you can really model after. And so when you talk about the kids in general, they're going to remember him very fondly, and it'll be a very sad day when he does leave us.
In Remsen, Iowa, Libbie Randall, KTIV News 4. Today, as President Donald Trump was viewed for the first time in public wearing a mask since the COVID-19 pandemic began, it's his actions on the prison sentence of Roger Stone that continues to make waves. Kelly O'Donnell has more from the White House. The number of women having abortions in Iowa climbed last year, a turnaround that critics blame on the state's controversial decision to withdraw from a federally funded family program. The state of Nebraska is nearing 21,000 confirmed cases of COVID-19 since the pandemic began. Today, 221 new cases were reported in the state. Today, Iowa health officials announced 743 new cases of COVID-19. That brings the state's total to 34,647. The rise in confirmed cases has led to more Iowans wanting to get tested. This week, the state surpassed 100,000 tests since Test Iowa was launched in late April. But some people say they're having trouble getting a test. Over the course of the pandemic, many Siouxlanders have been holding parades or drive-through celebrations in place of large gatherings. KTIV's Emily Schrod spoke with one Siouxland family who did just that to help cheer up their father. The family says although Robert couldn't come out to see the cars, he enjoyed the lineup from inside the care center. Many Siouxland businesses continue to open back up. We'll have more on what's open and their new business hours coming up.